Welcome back to Women in Color TV, and I'm Marsha, your host. How you doing, everybody? This has been a full day. Our next guest, oh my goodness, Melanie Lynn, Project Manager, Grid Modernization with CMS Energy. Welcome, Melanie.
Thank you. Thank you, Marsha.
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Girl, I am fine. I've been watching all these winners, and it's so exciting. For the
winners,
technology.
oh, wonderful. Yeah. That sounds exciting.
Yes, they have the technology luncheon and the technology winners. And oh my goodness, that was really powerful. But let's talk about you and all that you're doing. So what is grid modernization?
Grid modernization is a program that has been created by Consumers Energy to identify, to develop, to deploy, and to operationalize new technologies to automate the electric system.
So I think that's really interesting. So I'm accustomed to the little round thing on the back of my house, right?
Okay, your meter. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So does this have something to do with the movement or the management of all the information that's inside of there? Or is it something different?
It does, and it could. Let me tell you why you care about grid modernization. You care about grid modernization because in the event of an incident that would interrupt power to your home, the grid modernization program will enable Consumers Energy to be able to have technologies such that we can identify the fact that there was an interruption of service and be able to isolate whatever the cause of that interruption is or was, and be able to ensure that all of your neighbors or people who are in close proximity to your circuit would not be interrupted. We'd be able to isolate whatever the cause of that interruption is and continue service. So it'll give us the opportunity to have communication and notification of what's going on the system to the system controllers, and be able to expedite the creation of whatever the solution is to take care of restoring power to your home and be able to maintain power to your neighbors. So
now I know it's going to sound stupid, but I don't know nothing about energy, right? So
it's okay.
So does this have to do, or does it manage my gas and my electricity?
Well, the grid modernization program that I work with is only for the electric system.
Okay.
I am not I don't even have expertise to tell
so that's
what's
a whole
going
different
on.
Division.
That's a whole different division. But
Okay.
Consumers Energy is working to ensure that we are able to maximize and optimize your service, regardless of whether it's your electric service or your gas service.
So you're the project manager, and you've been with this company for how long?
I've been with Consumers Energy for a year and a half.
A year and a half. What were you doing before then?
I was working with the Board of Water and Light, which is a municipal utility, and I was managing a team that designed, constructed an electric substation to serve the downtown Lansing area.
So you like energy. This seems like it's a sweet spot for you, right? Or some sort of municipal, public service kind of thing, right?
Well,
how did you get involved?
Okay, so to answer your first question, is it a sweet spot? Well, I've had a lot of experience in the electric utility industry. And you said, now, how did I get involved?
Yes.
Very early in my life, I was identified as someone who had a lot of talent in math and science, like many of the participants at the Women of Color STEM conference. Melanie is very talented in terms of math and science. So the natural progression was, you must be an engineer. Went to school and got my degree in electrical engineering.
I love it.
And I decided really early on in my career, engineering isn't as exciting as I thought it was. So I got my MBA about a year into my first job. And project management, project engineering was really an opportunity that gave me the opportunity to marry my interest in and my understanding of my technical understanding with my ability to work with teams and manage others. So becoming a project manager was perfect for me. I worked in the utility industry for many years on the generation end. I worked at a nuclear facility making modifications to systems, electrical control systems. And yes, so now I'm not on the generation end. Now I'm not on the generation end. Now I'm on the distribution end. So I've had a lot of experience in the utility industry.
Yeah, you've gone the full spectrum, right?
I feel like I have. It feels like I've gone the full spectrum.
Oh, you're not feeling it yet. You got a lot more to come, I'm sure.
Oh, wow.
So in doing what you're doing, you managing a team of people who are now going to install all of this into all of these homes. How many people are in that consumer grid?
Oh, I am not sure of the total number of customers. We've got residential, commercial, industrial customers. So I would not even venture to answer that question. That's beyond the scope of my even knowledge. I could Google it probably, Marsha.
No, it's not. That's just me being nosy.
But we serve a large number of customers in the Michigan area.
And I know Lansing, so yeah, you've got a nice size in that community. I've got friends up there.
Yeah, I live right outside of Lansing, in Okemos.
Oh, that's cool. So what's the importance, though, of diversity and women in STEM?
What is the importance? It's critically important for us to have diversity of experiences and diversity of talents and perspectives in all of our work environments. And the STEM lens gives another opportunity for women, and particularly women of color, to express themselves and their talents in just another arena, in the technical arena. It's so exciting for me to see the proliferation of so many young women, especially in the areas of technology and engineering. Those who are doing coding and excited about coding, that's so energizing. It's so encouraging.
It's amazing to me because I don't have that brain. Right? I don't have that technology widget, movement to either from a software or hardware. That's not my makeup. But I'm passionate about women of color in this area. Are you seeing the movement of more people within your organization that are looking and seeing people within that whole Lansing footprint? Are you seeing more women coming into the workplace now in what you're doing professionally?
I'm going to tell you a little story, Marsha.
Okay, I like stories.
Oh, you do? Okay, let me sit back and listen then.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you why consumers energy for Melanie. I was attending a professional networking event very similar to this Women of Color conference, and Patty Poppy, our CEO, was the keynote speaker.
Okay.
And I was totally intrigued by a company that had identified a woman to be the CEO. Now, Patty, I'm sure, is a very talented person, but a woman in a position like CEO in the utility industry is so unique to me. Okay. And it is so energizing and it's so exciting. So I thought, what about this company that would embrace a woman as their leader, and a company whose culture would embrace a woman to share her perspective of not only management, but of leadership? I had a lot of interest in that. I also did a little bit more research on consumers' energy, and I thought, oh my goodness, they have demonstrated diversity in successive levels of management. And that was so energizing to me. And I'm going to tell you that as you know, after I joined Consumers, it was really powerful to me, the strength of leadership that I saw our CEO, a woman, be able to demonstrate. It just resonated right after the death of George Floyd, and the resulting racial and social reaction and response in our society. And we really did experience a very decisive, a clear statement of our company's posture as it relates to racial and social justice. And, I was impressed with the company prior to joining, but after experiencing that, and Marsha really experiencing many of the corporate leaders and many of the managers who were able to confirm and affirm their commitment to this this social justice and racial justice journey, I said, Melanie, you made a good decision.
That's huge, Melanie.
That is huge. It is huge. It is.
And they stand behind it, and it's evident by the layers of people who are doing what they're doing. And that's impressive. That's very impressive. And the leadership comes from the top, right?
It does. Make no mistake about that.
No mistake. And so and it has to trickle down. It doesn't just stay up there. You have to have it so that it's at every level within that organization, right?
And making sure that there are systems in the organization that can support that. Yes. Not only that kind of growth mindset, but that commitment and continual growth in terms of equity, in terms of racial justice, in terms of social justice. That's a commitment, and that's a value.
That is a commitment.
It is.
That's a huge commitment. So I guess
that makes a difference. It does.
Oh, it does make a difference. And so too often I think that people get comfortable with somebody else's perspective. And it doesn't have anything to do with their perspective. So they don't necessarily want to deal with somebody else's perspective and their reality, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's wonderful to hear this, and it means a lot on so many levels. As a matter of fact, do you have people, jobs that are available now, and people are going to be hiring or interviewing? How is that going? Are they involved in that this weekend?
Oh, certainly. As one of the sponsors of this conference and an organization or company that is, that is very, very that is very committed to in encouraging women in technology, and also encouraging women of color in technology. I would say that there are the people who are interested in a utility, or people who may not even know that they're interested in a utility, express some interest in and get to know consumers' energy. There are several opportunities that have recently become available as a result of the COVID situation. There was a consideration in terms of hiring, but there are a number of opportunities all statewide in Michigan that are identified as open opportunities. And I would say, even if there isn't an opportunity that is listed in terms of the those jobs that are on the Consumers Energy website or listed in the promotional information. There are opportunities in our gas area, in the electric area. There are field positions that are available, engineering, IT, professional jobs that are available, and then the support organizations too. So I would encourage people who are interested in an opportunity at a company that has committed themselves to equity, to diversity. This is a company. And I would say, listen to my words, because I have just shared with you my experience and my authentic experience with having understood and expressed, I've had experience in other industries and in other utilities. Consumers Energy is really committed to diversity. And for women of color and women of color who are in the STEM area, Consumers Energy is an organization that you would want to explore.
And you know what? I think it's really important too that, because I think just your spirit alone lets me know that you are not one to just talk. I think you talk the talk and walk the walk as well, Miss Melanie. I get that from you.
I try to, Miss Marsha. I try.
Listen, I can already hear it. I see it. And that's really critical. You don't have to, that's not part of your job description to sit there and, be the PR front. For you to be able to just share those experiences is critical for people to hear and to understand.
Well, I have a commitment to do that, Marsha, because I am a more seasoned woman of color in STEM, and I have the opportunity to work with interns, to work with younger women who are just entering into their careers. I am involved in a lot of mentoring, and it's to whom much is given, much is required, and I take that to heart. So I try to share information about my experiences, and I think that networking and pursuing opportunities like this Women of Color conference give people the opportunity to explore different kinds of industries, different kinds of opportunities, and get to know those who have experience in these specific areas.
Well, we appreciate it, Melanie. You're a jewel, and we really appreciate it. Do you mind giving us your website?
www.consumersenergy.com. You're challenging me.
No, we're not. We're going to post it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You don't have to go to the website.
Well, cut that part.
We have consumersenergy.com.
I could give you my email address.
That's wonderful. You are delightful. You are delightful. Right. Just click. Thank you so much, Miss Melanie. We really appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we look forward to hearing more from you, ma'am.